The United States locks up 1 out of every 100 of its adults. With the highest incarceration rate in the world, its prisons are filled to overflowing.
Society stigmatizes you. When you leave prison, they brand you. You're an ex-con, and there's nothing you can do to change that.
I was scared at first because I thought, oh wow, what if these people try to kill me? What if these people hold my crime against me?
The choices that I made coming up were wrong, and this is where I ended up.
There have been so many times that I wanted to give up because it's so hard out here. And there have been so many times, realistically, I have said, oh, it was so much easier in prison because I could do this. They tell me to do this. I know what to do, and I know what to do.
There are over 7.3 million people under some form of correctional supervision, including jail, prison, probation, and parole. 67.5% of prisoners released are rearrested within 3 years. Ex-offenders released from prison face substantial barriers to many types of legal employment. Nonetheless, stable employment is one of the best predictors of post-release success. Stop the cycle, repeat offense.
Could haunt you for the rest of your life. Ever since Jennifer Quick got a felony DUI conviction, her life has changed. She can't drive a car, and she can't find a job. Is there a life after a felony?
There certainly hasn't been a great quality of life after a felony, that's for sure. I've been offered 3 or 4 jobs in the last year, and then when they found out that I had a felony, I was called back and told not to bother.
Quick feels like she's being judged as a felon instead of as a human being.
Kind of ridiculous in my opinion. It doesn't matter what your felony is for, you're a felon, and that's it. I don't have a violent crime. I wasn't out selling drugs, and yet it doesn't matter.
In the reentry movement. For the past 10 or 15 years, the public has been focused like never before on something that corrections officials have known for a long time, which is that everybody who comes to prison, unless they die there, they all come home. So with that public focus comes a high degree of accountability for results. This is now underscored by the fact that the fiscal realities of the country mean that those results have to be cost effective. So this focus means that we have to come together in ways we've never come together before to produce those results. So it means that health officials, corrections officials, people who work at the community level, people who work at the education field, have to focus on improving outcomes for the people who come home from prison. That requires collaboration, requires the development of strategic plans at the state level, requires cabinets to come together, it requires task forces. So never before have we seen this imperative for people to work together to produce results that will benefit not only the returning individuals but their families.
Longing for a way out. What I found is that with a few resources, a bed, some love, some support, encouragement, that instead of going back to prison, instead of being victimized, and instead of making victims, is that with these few resources, the women find hope, they find family, they go to school, they become leaders, they become advocates, they become useful. and they don't go back to prison anymore.